No, I did not do it for the fame, the glory, scholarship money, or because I had to, but because I wanted to. I wanted to, and still want to, compete for the university that I love. I still want to don "You Are Red" and "You Are Blue" and wear Richmond across my chest at every competition that I attend. I still want to represent the university that has given so much back to me. We live together, dine together, study together, and run together. But now, these bonds are being broken.
The Taylors have created a program. They have not created a men's team that is separate from a women's team. The word family has been thrown around a lot this past week. These guys are our best friends. They're our teammates, and yes, they're our brothers. The reality of this goes a lot deeper than just me and my teammates. It is about all of the women here now and in the future at this university. It is not just about cutting men's sports, but it is about not creating opportunities for women. For example, we have a strong female club, crew, and club volleyball team. Yet it seems as though they were not given the same serious consideration and thought that was given to moving lacrosse from club to varsity. Would we be here right now at an event called Save Our Sports, or would we be celebrating our sports?
And who did I learn perseverance alongside? My teammates, my family. And you will not meet a group of people with greater perseverance on this campus than my family. And when someone tells me that my family is being taken away, it hurts, it cuts, it stings, it burns. But you know what? I've learned to never give up. We never give up. Nobody can look me in the eye and with an ounce of integrity and honesty tell me that my family does not belong at Richmond. You see, each member of this program, my brothers and my sisters, embody the idea of what true student athletes are. If an administration and its board has the power to take away a program that epitomizes what the University of Richmond stands for, what can stop it from moving any other successful program here, whether it's academic, athletic, or social? We are here because we fight to make a wrong right. We are here because we love the University of Richmond. We are here because this is our home, and we will not allow our home to crumble from within. That is the Richmond promise of every community member in this room, as athletes, as scholars, as teachers, as mentors, as coaches, as role models.
And this is about the university sending a clear message that money, even disguised as philanthropy, is all that matters.
Jim Miller, Richmond's athletic director, informed us that the men's soccer program was to be terminated and replaced with men's lacrosse, effective at the end of the 2012 season. Mr. Miller cited 3 reasons for the board's decision. First, he stated the university wants to replace soccer with lacrosse. Soccer is an international sport, while lacrosse is unique to the United States, primarily in the northeast region of the country. Soccer is a game that has the ability to unify a broad array of cultures under the common purpose to succeed as a team. More succinctly, soccer celebrates international diversity. Second, we were told that because there are 203 NCAA Division I teams, compared to only 61 NCAA Division I lacrosse teams, it is more difficult to compete successfully to become a top 25 national program in soccer. I find this reason especially disconcerting because it demonstrates how easily the leadership in my university backed off of competition. Third, Mr. Miller has made the observation that the men's soccer program has not achieved much success of recent. I would like to draw attention to the fact that the majority of us have never formally met our athletic director.
As a father and as a teacher, I understand how hard it is to watch these young men experience this disappointment. I sincerely regret that this location, this decision is causing for our student athletes the pain, and I wish there was some way to make this transition without it happening. As president, though, it is my responsibility to make decisions that best serve the university in its broader mission and over the longer term, even if they are painful today. We have spent the last 5 years trying to find answers to some of the major questions facing American higher education. The university community, in response to these questions, has taken action and has accomplished some remarkable things. In the past 5 years, we have more than doubled the number of students of color at Richmond to 25% in the first year class. We have doubled the number of international students to 10% among this year's freshmen. We have quadrupled the percentage of people of color among our new faculty and our new professional staff hires. We have increased the percentage of students who study abroad, and we have created new kinds of faculty-led international experiences to guide our students as they begin to discover the world.
Can't do that with the cross.
These efforts and initiatives and accomplishments are interconnected parts of the Richmond experience, of which athletics is also a part. The plan that we are moving forward with will do this. Add $100,000 to our remaining Olympic sports budgets. Add 3 full scholarships to our remaining Olympic sports teams. Allow our existing Olympic sports to have more flexibility in their roster size. Make better use of our existing facilities by sponsoring a team for which Robins Stadium is an exceptional venue. And do those things without adding university investment in our athletics program, which is already large enough. The elimination of men's indoor and outdoor track frees up roster capacity for other sports, even as it maintains cross-country. While the number of competitive opportunities is reduced under this new model, men's cross-country student athletes will continue to have access to full coaching and practice time during a season that is only 12 days shorter than it would have been with indoor and outdoor track. The university made a different kind of strategic decision when it decided to substitute men's lacrosse for men's soccer. Lacrosse is the fastest growing high school sport for men. Robins Stadium is better suited to lacrosse than to soccer, and the elimination of men's soccer reduces the need for a dedicated grass field facility for which we have neither the space nor the funding. Student athletes are wonderful students, but there are 10,000 other students who also want an education here. Student athletes account for about 13% of each incoming class. That latter number is among the highest of any school with which we compete for students. We simply cannot grow the number of sports we have if we want to remain competitive more broadly for students with other talents. In short, we cannot allow the growth in athletics to crowd out the other things that we want to do, including within athletics itself. People have asked whether special interest or philanthropy drove this decision. The answer is no. As it turned out, philanthropy came more quickly than I expected from dozens of people. Finally, people, including the members of the soccer team Friday night, have asked me if there is something that can change this outcome, or that could have changed this outcome. And the answer is also no. Our student athletes, these teams, our alumni who are here tonight, have been good students, good athletes, generous alumni, excellent ambassadors for the university. They have not let us down in any way. There is no action or inaction that would have changed this outcome because it is a strategic decision arrived at after long and hard consideration. This decision about athletics, hard as it is in keeping with these other things that we have done together. It is for the greater good of the university in all its dimensions.
Hi, I would like to know if the student governments were ever contacted during this research process.
Students were not a legitimate part of this conversation. I think it's an unrealistic question to think about how a study of this rigor and of this confidentiality could be handled. Lots of fun.
If the two most important groups of people on this campus, in this university, are students and faculty, how come none of them were part of the decision?
I just told you that two faculty were a part of this decision. It's a 12-person task force that's doing this.
Looking at the demographic that lacrosse is going to bring in, how does that fit with the Richmond promise that you always talk to our student community about?
Answer, as I've told you several times, and that's what I hear people speaking from their own self-interest and their feelings. We need to be thinking about the larger strategic needs of the university. So, can we spend another $1 million on another sport? We could. But are we willing to take that from all the other things that we're doing? No.
What you have just said is people are speaking from their personal experience, but these personal experiences make up the Richmond community. So I want to know, why were these personal experiences not considered?
All we can say is that our responsibility is to think beyond this moment. And so there's nothing good to say that's going to answer that particular concern.
It was a little frustrating, and I think that you could tell from the audience, him answering our questions, it almost seemed like he wasn't giving a straight answer.
Decision's final, so how does the university move on from this?
That's a tough question, because I think that you're angering a lot more people than you're making happy. This the university needs to involve the student body more in going on from here.
The process is what bothered me so much. Is no students, no athletes, a much smaller group.
I came here with a promise that I would have 4 years of competition in all 3 seasons, and that was a major factor in me coming here, as well as many of my teammates, and just betrayed that I'm not going to be able to do that.
But the younger guys, yes, absolutely. I think they're all looking at the option to transfer, and several of them have already committed to transferring elsewhere.
We're going to continue to do everything we can. We don't think this is over while they say it is. That's just the message they're trying to convey, and we're not going to give up.
We keep at it, keep doing everything we can, be as good as we possibly can inside and outside the classroom, and be even more motivated than we ever have been to be as perfect as we can be to the model of student athlete.
I don't think they were prepared for what we will have coming to them. I think that we have a lot of organization. We have strong alumni, strong parents, and I think all in all they pretty much underestimated the overall intelligence of both teams they were cutting. So I think that this is something they were looking at, hoping it going away in a couple weeks, but it's clearly not going to be that case.